Is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about the real problem right now in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. So for those of you guys who don't know, there's been so many people complaining about Elgin Baylor, and there's been so many people just complaining about the grind for these cards. Now, my approach to it is and will stay that, okay, I'd rather have these cards that are hard to get rather than just random cards in the game that just are not good in general. I mean, we can go back to past years, whether it be evos, whether it be certain grinds for certain cards. Heck, the Joel Embiid last year was what? I mean, maybe a top 5 power forward, but it wasn't like he was by far the best card in the game when he came out. He was a 21-hour grind. But people are mad that we're getting, content every week. That is a grind. And I get not everybody has the time to do it. And that's why if you want Elgin Baylor and you can't get him, just go get a guy like Andre Kirilenko. I mean, that's my opinion on things. And I get if you guys disagree with that, but that is my opinion. Okay. Now, the real problem in my team, the real problem in my team happens to be this right here. Okay. This is the real problem in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM. It is the grind for the shades of Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham. Why is this a problem? Well, you have to fully evolve every single original owner card that is in packs. So from this most recent packs, it's Ivy, Mark Williams, Ochai Agbaji, as well as Duran, Sohan, and Paolo Banchero. Now, I get if you guys want to make, I get if 2K wanted to make people evo them and do all that for Cade Cunningham, but the problem lies right here. The only way you can guarantee yourself an original owner of each of these cards is by paying 15,000 VC. Now, let's just look at the VC prices, okay? Because okay, how do I buy more VC? Let's go to it. Let's just look at the VC prices. For 15,000 VC, it is $5. So to ensure each of these, you're $15, okay? Or you can take the gamble that you're gonna pull them in packs, which, I mean, honestly, it's probably not gonna happen. The odds of you pulling a Shades of player is not good. And even if it is, I mean, like, it's not a good situation because you're probably spending a ton of VC on these players in general or a ton of MT. And it's just basically the fact that you have to pay for Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham. That's the real problem with these. I would be totally fine if 2K made it, you could just buy a Sapphire Shades of card and evo them. As long as you did that, you could get Cade Cunningham. Because in a way, you're still paying for the Sapphire version of the card. And then you're going to have to go and end up evoing it. Now, I don't know why. I guess some of these cards you can buy original owner versions of. I don't know. Maybe I doubt that even works. But I don't know why that Mark Williams has original owner on him. But you guys see what I'm saying. Like, you guys buy these cards, you evo them. It's not going to work. It has to be the original owner version of the card. And that's the problem I have with it. Now, it's looking like, I mean, I guess maybe some of the new cards just have the original owner on it. Not really sure exactly how that specifically works. But you guys get what I'm saying. This is the real problem with it in general, right? Let's not even talk about the grind for Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham. Now, I know it's not timed. I know it's not a lot of those things. But you have to have all of these cards evoed up, but the original owner versions of them. That is the problem with it. Now, let's say it's 5 weeks of this. Okay, what's 5 times what? 15? Is that what we're doing? 5 times 15? You guys do the math. That's basically $100. And that's not even including the time that you have to spend evoing these cards. And so for me, I know I'm in the minority complaining about this instead of the season agenda grind. But here's the problem. You don't have to pay for these, man. If you don't have time, okay, cool. There are other options. If you don't have time for Iggy, cool. Pick up Amethyst, Danny Green. You don't have time for Elgin Baylor, cool. Pick up Diamond, AK-47. There are other alternatives, other options. And you can say the same thing about Pink Diamond Cade. But at least with Pink Diamond, or the problem with Pink Diamond Cade is it's behind 2K's paywall. That is the problem, right? And I know a lot of people aren't gonna, aren't going to understand it. But for example, when I first saw these packs come out, these three, I was so confused. I'm like, why are people paying $15,000 for Jaden Ivey, Mark Williams, and Ochai Agbaji? That doesn't make sense. Why would you pay those for those cards when you can get them MT-wise for, 10,000 or so MT? And then it started to set in. It started to make sense. Oh, there's something behind it, right? And it is the Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham. Because realistically, guys, the problem with the Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham is only the people that spend money on packs are going to be able to obtain Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham. That is the problem with it. So, for all of you guys that want to have a problem with 2K making these available really good cards that are that you can grind, okay, 2K made something for you. If your excuse is that you're at work all day and that you don't have time to do this, okay, awesome. But at least you guys get the chance to grind or to have Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham, right? At least you guys get the chance to do that. For those of you guys complaining that you're at work all day and can't grind for these guys, well, that's okay. But at least you're at work and maybe you'll be able to spend $5 in these packs. So, I mean, look, I get both sides of the equation. I do, right? I do. People say, Ty, you play 2K for a living. You're whatever. I'm still not grinding for Elgin Baylor, right? I don't think he's worth it. But I don't mind the grind for it, right? If I got Elgin Baylor, if I wanted Elgin Baylor, I would go get the card. But the problem with Pink Diamond Cade is the fact that you basically have to pay for these cards. And not only that, you have to evo them as well, which is not only your time, it's your money, right? And that is the bigger problem with it. They put a Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham, who legitimately, I don't know when he's going to get released, might be one of the best players in the game when he's released. Might even be the best player. And you want to know what the problem is? He's behind a paywall. And that look, I'm not even so mad about Cade Cunningham, but they could start, if 2K wanted to, they could start making this even more of a concept in their game. So let's say, Cade Cunningham cool is this season. But let's say they wanted to do this for instead of making the best player this season to level 40, they could make somebody the best player of a season basically like this, right? Where he's behind a paywall. And I just don't like the form of it. Again, if these were not original owner cards, I would not care. I personally have always hated the original owner concept. Even when it comes to grinding XP. I hate original owner versions. You should not have to have an original owner card to get extra XP or to gain an advantage on somebody. I hate that. I mean, you see nobody, I hardly see anybody complaining about the original owner versions of cards. I hardly see anybody complaining about it. But that is the real problem in my team right now. The real problem in my team is not these takeover players. That's not the real problem. The real problem comes with all of this original owner stuff that is hidden in here that not anybody is talking about. That, in my opinion, is the real problem in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM right now. You shouldn't have to buy packs to get Cade Cunningham. Yes, I'm okay if he costs a lot of MT, if he costs this and that. I get if you open unlimited MT, you will probably pull all these cards. But there's no real guarantee of that. And so the only real guarantee to get Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham is spending money on the game. I honestly, even for like sets in the past that have been like 1.8 million MT. I don't know. There's been, the Rashard Lewis a while last year, or the year before. I think it was 2K20. Maybe 2K21. Went for like 1.8 million MT. I'm okay with that. Why? Because people can snipe their way to that. Why? Because people can grind their way to that. People literally cannot ensure their way to Pink Diamond Cade Cunningham other than spending money on the game. And there's going to be people that are okay with that, right? And in a sense, I get that perspective, right? If you work hard for your money and you want to spend money, sure, you can have an advantage on other people. But I don't like that. I really don't. I would much rather people who grind the game get rewarded. That's my opinion. Simply put, when I played Madden back in the day, I didn't have time to grind every single solo challenge. But the people who did grind every single solo challenge had a definite advantage over other people that are playing the game. That's how I look at takeover players. How I look at the Pink Diamond Cade is completely different because it is behind a paywall. And this is really a pay-to-win concept in NBA 2K23 MyTEAM that I personally am not okay with. So for me, I'm tired of people complaining about the takeover agendas when there is so much more to complain about. These takeover players, are they good? Sure. Are they a long grind? Sure. Is it hard to get Iggy? Yes. Is it hard to get Elgin? Yes. But at least, in my opinion, it's not behind a paywall, and I can tolerate it much, much more than the pink diamond Cade Cunningham that is literally behind a paywall in my team. I need to know your thoughts down below in the comments. Do you guys actually agree with me on this, or are you guys still gonna fry me and slander me for complaining about the takeover players? I think there's so much more to complain about than these two cards, and it all starts with that pink diamond Cade and original owner cards in my team. Drop a like on the video, guys. Subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.